Hey guys, DaBoki here once again. It is time for a little cooking with DaBoki. I know it's been a while. I went to H Mart the other day and I found something interesting that I wanted to try out. It's instant Mul-Naengmyeon, which are Korean cold soup noodles. I know it's something very different. You usually don't associate soup and being ice cold, but this is an ice cold soup noodle, which is pretty popular in Korea. I would say it's probably popular amongst the older people, but maybe I'm just getting old now, so I really do enjoy this. You can see closely on the package, there's supposed to be like ice in the soup. That's like really authentic Mul-Naengmyeon, but it's got some good flavors in there. I have never made this before. This is of course just an instant version of it, so let's go ahead and try it out. So this is the package. It does not come with all these special things. I'm pretty sure all this comes with are just the noodles and the soup broth, and then you have to add everything else that you want to on top. Sometimes there will be pears on top of the noodles, which are pretty good actually, so I will try to add a few little garnishes on top to get some more flavor in there. But let's check out what's in this package. I believe there are 2 servings in here, so I'm gonna just try to eat one, and then maybe I'll cook my mom another one if it's good. So right out of the box here, we got the buckwheat noodles. Ooh, look at these, a very nice dark color. We're gonna have to boil these up. So yep, we got 2 packages of the buckwheat noodles here. My water is boiling. Oh my. Oh my, it is boiling. We also got these soup pouches. Oh my gosh. They look like IV bags in here, but yeah, we just got 2 soup pouches, and that's it. That is actually all that comes in this bag. There are just 2 soup pouches and noodles. It doesn't really seem like that much. Is this flavoring or is this poison? That is poison, so we will not put that in the noodles. Okay. So what I'm gonna do with this soup pouch actually is put it right in the freezer, because they say to put it in the freezer. So I'm just gonna put this right with our ice. Hopefully that will be nice and chill. I'm just gonna open this up and put this in that pot. Let's see these noodles really quick. Whoa, the texture of these noodles are super dry. They seem really fragile, very thin too. I don't know if you can notice, but they're very thin noodles. We got a lot of them here. Oh my goodness. Water is nice and hot. It is bubbling gracefully. I'm gonna just place these noodles right in there. All the noodles right in there. It says to only cook for 35 seconds? What the? 35 seconds? That's quick. Wait, I needed to do some more prep. Hold on. I don't want any of these buckwheat noodles to burn on the side. I see you. I see you, you little strangler. There's one little guy that's just clinging on for dear life. Put him down. There we go. They're cooking super fast. So what we need to do now quickly is rinse this with cold water. Cold water and rinse. Dousing it, making sure that it gets nice and cooled down. I'm gonna taste just a little bit of these noodles here, because I'm curious on the texture and the taste of these just plain. Oh, that's good. They're very elasticy, very cold, because I rinsed it with cold water. They do have a little bit of that buckwheat noodle taste, which is really nice. I taste a lot more of the wheat flavor in the noodles, which is good. I like it. I like it. So while the soup is chilling, I'm gonna do a few things. I'm gonna go ahead and get some garnishes prepared. I got a few ingredients that I'm gonna put on top of the noodles. I got a pear, which this is such a massive pear. Obnoxiously big. We're just gonna use a little bit of this. Daikon radish, which this is gonna be very important. I'm gonna actually season this up in a specific way as well. And cucumber, which is going to be a very refreshing garnish on top. You can add meat, but I'm just going to go ahead and omit that for now. We're just going to have a nice vegetarian naengmyeon. Naengmyeon. I cut up the vegetables here and the fruit of the pear. I think I'm just going to use half of this, and then I'll save this other half for another portion, because I'm pretty sure the pear, you just want it to be kind of a nice garnish on top to add a little bit of sweetness. This is going to be our refresher, and this is going to be our palate cleanser. I'm going to again season this a little bit differently and do a little bit more to this before we add it on the top there. But I try to dice these up into little square, rectangle, triangle geometry shape. So each one of these ingredients are going to serve a purpose on the dish, which I am very excited about. But for these cucumbers here, I'm going to actually cut them a little bit more into, I would say, strands instead of these like circular pieces where you put on your eyeballs. Doing the one-hand chop technique because I don't have a tripod for my camera. We are just doing little strands here. Are you guys impressed? Oh, no, dang it, weren't supposed to see that. And really, these I think are more fun when they're a bit longer, but I kind of cut them a little shorter here, And again, you can just dice these, I'm pretty sure, any way you'd want that makes sense to you. Yeah, I think these a little bit longer, like maybe this long, would actually be nice if it was like this length here, like that. But that's okay. We got shorter pieces, which is totally fine. So I got them in little pizza shapes, so we can think that we're having some pizza as well. So I'm gonna get a bowl, and what I'm gonna do with this bowl is I'm gonna fill it with vinegar, which I think this is vinegar. I am going to get something that actually might be vinegar because I don't know what this is. So before we just start pouring random liquids into our sauce, let me just get, yes, there it is, apple vinegar. This looks a lot more safe. Probably a good healthy amount in here. I'm gonna get some salt. You gotta be really careful in my household, or maybe in Korean household in general. I'm not sure if you guys do this, but there's a lot of mysterious bottles around in the kitchen. You're not really sure what ingredient is in it. As you know, I like to put the sesame seed oil in the honey bottle. Add a nice amount of salt in there. Oh my gosh, not that much salt in there, okay? Oh no. I think this is the sugar, which as you can see is in a honey bottle. So we're gonna really hope that this is the sugar. I'm gonna taste a little bit first just in case. That tastes like sugar. I'm gonna pour a good amount of sugar in there. To be honest, I'm a little bit afraid to taste this concoction, but we're gonna taste it. I think it needs a little bit more sugar. Adding a little bit more sugar in there. What this is gonna do is we're gonna actually put our radishes just right in here. We're gonna soak them in for a little bit. We're gonna mix them up. This is gonna kind of soak it. We're kind of making a quick kimchi almost. We're mixing these with the vinegar, sugar, and salt. You wanna make sure your ratios are pretty good there, or one's gonna be overwhelming the other. They're gonna just soak just really quick, and that should be good. That's done. I'm kind of scared to taste one of these guys, to be honest. That was really powerful. All right, let me taste this. Oh, that's actually really nice. That's not bad at all. Ooh, I like that. I actually forgot one important ingredient is a hard-boiled egg, which luckily I had one. I hope this is hard-boiled, but we're gonna go ahead and open this and peel it, and then we're just gonna use half of this egg. Let's go ahead and check on our frozen soup here, or hopefully it's not frozen. It's supposed to just be really chill, and I kind of wish we had some ice. Maybe I can add, oh, there's some ice forming in here. Yeah, I think there's ice forming, or that might just be giblets forming in there. I'm not, oh no, that's ice. Oh, that's really cool. So ice did form in here. Add the noodles in the bowl. Bloop. So we have our soup broth, which has some nice little floating ice in there, which is really fun. I love that. Ooh. Okay, so it's not as much of ice as I would be hoping for in here. It's really nice if there's like a lot more, but I think it's just like instantly melted once it came out. So all the ice is pretty much gone here. I highly suggest also you prep your toppings first before you boil your noodles, because the noodles cook really fast. And as you saw, toppings took a little bit while to do. So I'm just gonna go ahead and top it. I really don't know the presentation of this dish, but I will try to make it look nice. I don't know what I'm doing. It does not look very appetizing, does it? Okay, the picture, I see now what they did with the cucumbers. They kind of thinly sliced them, which is nice. Oh, and then those radishes, they kind of really thinly sliced it too. That makes a lot more sense. I think really like paper thin would have been better. Whoa, that's kind of a cool camera angle. What the heck? Forgot that there was a mirror up there. Okay, hello. Let's give this a shot. So this is a very cold broth noodle. I'm gonna go ahead and try some of this soup here. I don't know, can we even call it soup if it's not hot? The flavor is so nice. There's some of that sweetness coming out in the flavor. I'm not sure if that's from my ingredients or the natural broth. Maybe I should have tasted some of the broth first, but that's a really nice flavor there. I'm just gonna try the noodles now plain after dipped in the soup. Oh man, that's pretty refreshing, guys. I like that. That is very refreshing. I didn't make it as appetizing as I think I could have, but yeah. And also I think these pieces need to be very like thinner sliced for sure. I'm blowing on it. I'm thinking it's hot. That is is really good. Really, really good. Oh man. Noodles kind of clumped together though. After I just kind of left it there for a little too long while trying to prep my ingredients, they definitely clumped together, but it's still very good. I heard that when you're eating naengmyeon, I watched a documentary on Netflix that you want to make sure the noodles are long. You don't want to cut the noodles. It's like disrespectful to the noodles. Mm-hmm. Oh man, guys. No, come back. No, don't leave me. Guys, my stand right now is so scuffed. Look at this. This is what I'm using to hold my phone right now. Being instant, these are really good. Really, really good. But I do still think it's an acquired taste. Because if you're someone that just really enjoys hot soup noodles, this will not be hot soup noodles. So you have to keep that in mind when you're eating this. This is definitely something a lot different. This is just so refreshing. You know, like every ingredient in here just has such freshness. I feel like it's so clean too. Even these noodles, they have such that bouncy texture to it, right? When I'm chewing it, it's like a very bright feeling. Like when I'm trying to chew these noodles, and the bright feeling also gives that sense of refreshness as well. And the hard-boiled egg goes so well with this too. Usually I don't like hard-boiled eggs as much. I think that's my least favorite style of egg is hard-boiled, but in this soup, it's very good. I think that dry and heavy feeling of the hard-boiled egg, like, you know how the yolk is like really dry sometimes, it really balances out all this like refreshing liquids that you're getting from all these ingredients in here, because everything in this dish right now is, I feel like, producing just a lot of moisture, a lot of refreshing moisture. So the egg actually balances it out really nicely. Just having a little bit of a hard-boiled egg every once in a while with the bite of your noodles here is just really good. Oh man. And just having a pear every once in a while too with your bite is so nice. Exactly what we were expecting it to do, just adding some really nice of that refreshing sweetness to it. Having this just on a hot summer day would be amazing. I don't know if this is a dish that I would be like craving for to be filling, really. I feel like this is more of a dish if I'm really wanting something like to quench my thirst and to have like a little bit of a snack, but I don't know if I can have this as like a main course meal. That doesn't mean that I don't get full from this. Oh, I feel like you guys got a sun glare here. Oh my gosh, let me get one of these plates. Try to block the sun from you guys. Why is my recording studio so scuffed? Let me find the sun source and I'm gonna block the sun. I'll be right back. I'm sorry guys, I can't block this sun glare. Okay, how if I move the camera a little bit like this? Ah, there we go, better. I think something I would like with this dish though, I will tell you some things that I will do differently next time, is I would want the soup to be actually colder. I would want more ice in here. I think that would be really nice. What else? My chopping techniques for everything, I need to change it. I think it needs to be like on the picture, like more thinly paper sliced, almost like it's very, very thin. I feel like the bites, they're good. They're very nice and it's filling, but it's kind of not complementing the noodles as well. They're kind of overwhelming the dish, meaning like they're the center of attention than the noodles, because look how thick these cucumbers are. That's a thick cucumber on there. But I kind of like the pears a little bit bigger, to be honest. It has a really nice sweetness to it. Oh, this is a juicy one. Look at that. Is that cucumber hanging on for its dear life? It's just trying to make it into the bite. I respect you. I'd say overall, this is a pretty good dish. If you guys see this in any of your Asian supermarkets or wherever you're at, and if you're looking for something very new and different, again, just something refreshing, it's going to be a very cold dish, quench your thirst, I would give it a shot. It might surprise you but I will warn you, it is going to be an acquired taste for this one. This one I don't think is a very universally enjoyed dish, but if you do have the taste for it, I definitely recommend you check this one out. If you like naengmyeon just in general, this is a very good instant brand. I feel like it really did the job. Soup broth was actually very surprising how when you put it in the freezer, there was some ice forming, but I didn't really see the ice kind of take place as it was in this picture here, but I was impressed that ice did form in there. I would have probably crushed up some more ice and just like added in. I think that's something also that I have done differently. You can put some meat in there as well. As you can see, they like to put some beef, sometimes some pork slices in there, just kind of make it a little bit more heartier. I really can't complain. I was a little bit surprised on just how simple it was, but I guess that's all it needed was just the soup broth and those noodles. Noodles, very good texture. Definitely I feel the texture is higher grade than those instant ramen packs, so you're going to be getting something more with your punch there. And this was $6.99 if I remember correctly, USD, so it's not bad. The most surprising thing about the dish was just how all the flavors really came together. Of course, if I didn't add any of the toppings on there, I would probably rate it kind of lower because the toppings really do make the dish. I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you so much. I hope you did enjoy this scuffed cooking with DaBoki. Like, seriously, look at this. I don't know how I got so unprofessional. What is this? What is this stand that I'm using? Oh my god. But I appreciate you all. Seriously, thank you so much. Much love, one love. This has been DaBoki, and I'll be cooking you guys later.